Hi there, future billionaires. This is Sophiakarpman.
And olgakarpman.
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast. Today we're going to help you unleash your inner business genius. And don't worry, I promise we won't make you do any math, even though today we're talking about money again. This is our second episode in Money Matters series. In our previous episode, 338, we talked about overcoming limiting beliefs about money. But today, we'll be diving into the fun stuff. How we can make our own money, big dreamers. Isn't that cool? Today, not only will we give you actionable steps on how to turn your crazy ideas into business, but we've also prepared a free playbook of 101 business ideas to choose from. Stay tuned to the very end to find out how to get it as my gift to you. And remember, big dreamers, learning about money and financial literacy is very important as we grow up. By earning our own money, we can learn how to be responsible, manage our own finances, and gain confidence in our abilities. And most importantly, we can buy whatever we want while making the world a better place. So let's get started and learn how to earn some cash.
This is episode 349 of the Dream Big Podcast, and it's time
to dream big!
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast Show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
Now, some of you might be thinking, excuse me, you're only 7 years old, Sophia. What can you teach me about money? Well, you're right. I'm just a kid like you, but I've got a little advantage here. My mom is here with me, and we prepared this episode together. My parents combined have 40 plus years of business experience. And together, they've owned 8 businesses over the last 2 decades. Plus, Eva has interviewed successful business people like Mark Cuban, Naveen, Jain, Kobe Bryant. So this episode is a unique blend of our personal experience and our guest knowledge. As far as my experience, I remember the first time I made my own money when me and my sister were selling hot cocoa outside of our house. I was only 5 and she was 11 years old, but we really wanted to make some money. The way we did it was actually pretty clever and funny, actually. We had a white pet chicken, Rosie, and our dog, Annie, sitting in a little wagon by the hot cocoa stand. They were our main characters to attract more sales, and we also had some extra add-ons to upsell. I'm not sure if it was our cute little wagon or the fact that we had a chicken and a dog helping us, but we ended up making over 200 in just 2 hours. That's pretty cool, right? It was so much fun, and we were so proud of ourselves for making more money. We used 50% of that money to buy toys, treats, and blankets for the local animal shelter. You can learn more about this hilarious story and our smart strategy in episode 172 of the Dream Big Podcast.
Big Dreamers. I will leave the link in the description of this episode, or you can simply go to dreambigpodcast.com/172 to hear the full story.
When it comes to making money, there are so many ways kids can do it. But before we get into the examples, let me assure you that it is possible. For example, Mosiah Bridges started his own bow tie business, Mo's Bows, at the age of 9. And today, it's a multi-million-dollar company.
Michaela Ulmer started her own lemonade business, Me and the Bees Lemonade, at the age of 4. And now it's a successful enterprise that even uses honey as a sweetener and donates to organizations working to save honeybees.
And there's Alina Moores, the founder of Zollipops, who created a healthy candy alternative at the age of 7 and is now a multi-millionaire at the age of 16. And of course, yours truly, Sophia and Evakarpman.
who created Dream Big Podcast. And they were the first ever kids to interview very famous adults and became #1 podcast in kids and family category on iTunes and now have over 5 million downloads. Of course, Big Dreamers, all these kids, including our kids, our family, made it possible with the help of adults. And that's why I encourage you to have a discussion with your parents after you listen to this episode, or even better, to listen to this episode together and do exercises we suggest together. Your parents might have even more ideas on how to make extra money.
For example, my parents don't believe in paying us for doing chores around the house because we all share the household responsibilities. But there are extra tasks that we can do for our parents, such as organizing drawers, shredding paper, or helping with outdoor chores. So if you're ready to get your business juices flowing, grab a notepad and pen and get ready to unleash your inner business genius with us. Today, we will share with you step-by-step instruction on how to make your first big or small idea to start making some money. You can even invite your parents and listen to this episode together. You can all benefit from that.
But before we give you step-by-step instructions, Big Dreamers, I invite you to let go of any self-doubt and any limiting beliefs that holding you back. Trust yourself, trust your ideas, even if they seem a little wacky at first, a little crazy. Who cares? I mean, who would have thought that selling pet rocks or selling air in a jar would be profitable business? But they were. So, Big Dreamers, to find one profitable business idea that can bring you cash, we advise you to do some writing exercise where we gonna marry, or we're gonna connect the dots and gonna marry your strength, problems in the community, or problems that you may solve with your idea, and real business ideas. So what you're gonna do now, you're gonna take a notepad and pen and divide one page in 3 columns. In the first column, you're going to flash out your passions, your strength. You're going to flash out kind of all the ideas that you might hold in your head. Maybe it's your desires. Maybe it's your big dreams. Don't try to make it perfect. Just write them down one by one. And if you stop once, keep going. You know, after you stop twice, then probably that's it. But sometimes we stop when we think that's all, we don't have any more ideas, but actually there's always something more in us. So keep writing, keep pushing. And remember that Rome wasn't built in one day. It always started with idea. So just get it out there, pause this podcast, or come back to this part and write down all passions, all desires, all big dreams, anything you could have think of.
Next, in the second column, write down any problems or frustrations that you or those around you may be experiencing. Think about common challenges, complaints you hear from your family, friends, or community members. This can help you identify areas where you can potentially create a solution or offer better service or product. For example, if a local animal shelter doesn't have blankets for cats or dogs, then you can create a business. Sew a blanket, sell a blanket, donate a blanket.
Then, in the third column, you need to write down real business ideas. Write down everything you know, from local bakery to car wash or selling toys or groceries at the market. Everything you can think of. And if you need more ideas, we prepared 101 idea for you, ready to just plug and play. You can find a link in the description of this episode or simply go to dreambigpodcast.com/ideas and download it for free. Once again, it's dreambigpodcast.com/ideas. You can get it for free and just write down in the third column all the ideas that you like. So we put all the business ideas into the 4 categories: product-based, service-based, digital, and creative businesses. Choose the ideas that resonate with you the most and write them in the third column of your notepad.
Finally, try to connect the lines between the different columns. Look for an overlap between your personal interests and the problems that you've identified. Think creatively and consider how you can offer a unique solution that reflects your vision and values. Remember, starting a business or making extra money doesn't mean it has to be big or complicated. Start small and take action. Be open to opportunities to grow and expand over time. It's just that easy. These ideas should be age appropriate and something that you can do right away, because the most important step of any successful business is action. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Start immediately. Write down 5 simple steps and get it going. Take action now. Let's say you're passionate about fashion and you've noticed there's a lack of sustainable clothing options in your community. You could start offering eco-friendly fashion by recycling old clothes. Or like our example, me and my sister have chickens, you know that, right? And we noticed that there was not many eggs in the stores recently, and the prices for eggs went all the way up. So we started offering organic eggs to our community for the same price in the stores. We had so many people and we were so successful that we couldn't keep up with demand. But we made extra money for extra food for the chickens and for our needs. Remember, your business doesn't have to be complicated or huge right away. It can just be extra cash, like for us. Start small, take action, and be on the lookout for opportunities to grow and expand your ideas as you go along. So, big dreamers, start connecting to those lines and let your inner business genius shine.
Maybe you're a great baker and you've noticed that people are struggling to find vegan desserts. You could start selling delicious vegan treats right by your house, to your friends and family, to your neighbors. Or maybe you're really good at organizing and you've noticed that people are struggling to keep their closets tidy. You could start a business offering closet organization services, of course with the permission of your family, just to keep it safe. So discuss your ideas with your family and ask for their support. Remember, it's okay to take risks and make mistakes along the way. Don't worry about what could go wrong. Focus on what could go right. And even if you won't do this business for the rest of your life, it's okay. You will learn a lot of valuable lessons along the way. So don't wait. Write down the first 5 steps you need to take to turn your dreams into reality and let your senses of wonder fuel your drive and determination. Who knows? You could be the next big thing in the business world. So your challenge today, big dreamers, is to do all the steps we just described. First, write down your strengths, passions, desires, and big dreams. Second, write down challenges and frustrations. Third, download Business Ideas Bank so you can choose what suits you. And connect the lines and write down 5 first steps you need to take. We are looking forward to hear your ideas, to see your progress. Let us know what you came up with. You can send us email, olga@dreambigpodcast.com, or just tag us on Instagram or TikTok and record a short video with your parents. We also might be considering some further education for young entrepreneurs. If this is something that interests you and your family, let us know. Send us email, send us message on Instagram. Let us know you want to be part of it when we come up with something. If we get enough of interest, we will continue this topic.
And before we go, I have a couple of business jokes for you, big dreamers. How do you make a small business grow?
How?
Give it plenty of water, sunlight, and good marketing strategy.
I love that because we are in marketing too.
Ooh, this one's a good one. One more. What do you call an alligator in a suit?
What?
An investigator. One last one. Why did the entrepreneur cross the road?
Why?
To get up to the startup incubator on the other side. Get it? Like with the chicken and startup?
Thank you, Sophia. As always, we're having good time with you. Big Dreamers, if you like this episode, please leave us a review. It always helps us to be ranked on the top of iTunes podcast and more Big Dreamers can join our community. You can do it on iTunes, right in the app of podcasts, or you can go to dreambigpodcast.com/iTunes. It will take you to the right page. You also can leave us a review on any platform that you're listening on. We read them all and we really appreciate them. For this episode show notes, you can go to dreambigpodcast.com/349. You can find all the links there. And remember, free download for this episode of 101 Ideas will be waiting for you at dreambigpodcast.com/ideas. Download it now because I don't know how long we're going to keep it up there. So don't wait, download it now, use it. And of course, if you and your family or your friends or your community are interested in kids being entrepreneurial, get some ideas, please share our podcast. And we always love new community members and we always love to hear from them. Join us on Instagram, Dream Big Podcast. We're on YouTube and we're on TikTok. And of course, if you need to reach us directly, you can always email me, olga@dreambigpodcast.com. I read all of your emails and messages and I try to respond to them as quickly as possible.
That's all the announcements for today, Big Dreamer. This is Sophia Karpman
And Olga Karpman.
Reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action and turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion the way life was meant to be. See you next episode. Bye.